Well, welcome to part 5, and here we are exactly where the last video ended, and I'm sitting in exactly the same place. I haven't even moved, I haven't even went out for a smoke or a cup of tea or anything, so be grateful. Right, let's get going. So I just want to find out where that edge is there, and what I might do is I'm going to select this here and break that. So we'll break that, so that'll give us a seam on the back, and then we select this edge here and stitch, and that'll stitch these two together now. So it's just a quick way to move the seam to the back, and then obviously we don't have it in the front. I don't know why there's a seam there, so I'm just going to select, let me see, we'll probably just select these faces here. I don't want them, so I'll probably just yeah, I think that from this bit of sculpting that might have bulged, that mightn't have been a fly. I don't know, I don't I don't actually know why that's let me see, where is that? Oh yeah, that's been unwrapped crazily. So we'll just select that entire element, and I don't know what those weird leg things are. Let me just check here, see how Max does it, and just pack it down. Let me just check that with that. Yeah, that's why we're getting that strange. Remember the way the UVs were all wonky there. It's just the way Zbrush unwrapped it. So it's no big deal. We can even just it's got some seams in there from Zbrush as well. Top and bottom, those seams we were wondering about earlier on, so it's easy to fix. Sorry, I'll just select that and pack it. And let me see. Select an edge, turn off element, and we just stitch that, and double click, grab the loop, and not that one. Let's see there, maybe there's some verts that are no, they're okay. So we'll just do that again. Select this and we'll stitch them, and then we can just sorry, we can just grab that again and just pelt it again. Right, so we'll move, let me see, we'll just move everything out of the way first. It's a good kind of a habit to get into. And so let's say we're happy with that, and then these are going to be good, and this part here is good. We're just looking out for kind of seams that Zbrush might have left us that we don't want. So yeah, they're all good. Seam there. So these are the side bits. Yeah, so I'll just bring these inside as well. And flip this one around. I'll just rotate it manually. And rotate this. Right, so there's that part. I just want to check, select inverted. Yeah, so these are all inverted. So I'm just gonna, that's why I just noticed that when I clicked here that it was showing up on this side, so it needs to be flipped. So I'll just flip these around, and where's this part off? Let's weld that first. Looks like there's something that's not welded there. So over to vert and turn off element mode, and there they are welded, strangely enough. So select inverted. Yeah, see, this wasn't. I think that might be that weird. Yeah, well, I'm just going to do that again. Select inverted and select that as well, and just flip them around and select inverted. Now there's this part here, still inverted, so maybe no, yeah, I think all it is, sometimes when you have triangular quads, it shows up as inverted, but it's not flipped. So if I move this out here and go to select inverted, it's not showing up, so it isn't. Just watch out for that. It's not actually flipped as in inverted. It just means that it's a strange shaped quad like this, a triangular quad. So that's grand. Another problem solved. But this is you know, as I said already, I think it's a good way to show people. It might be boring at times, but it's showing the mistakes I make instead of just editing them all out, and you know, doing this a long time, but you still, you know, you make mistakes, your brain gets tired or whatever, your brain turns off, or your brain never worked even to begin with. So yeah, so I'm just going to continue on here. I'll rotate these. It's decent enough habit just to sort of line these up facing kind of, you know, the same way in UV space, so that when you apply a texture, it's not going to be at 90 degree odds, kind of depending on the texture. So just, it's not a hard and fast rule, but it depends what you're doing, obviously, what you're texturing. If it's just a completely random texture, it's not going to matter. But right, so back to move, and I'm going to be packing all these properly. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time doing this. I just want to get them sort of arranged. So I'm just going to pelt that again. Zbrush's UVs, as I said, it's a pelter, so it's much better for organic sort of stuff. See the way that just some of these things, Zbrush wants to kind of splay them and curve them out and organically, even though it has a great unwrapping algorithm. So what we want to do now as well is select all these, so see where that element is there. That element is that. So what we're going to do is just pelt it, and that'll give us a planar map. And then you know, we might want to select that. No, that shouldn't be happening. So where is our seam? That should be just expanding out to the seam. Yeah, so basically I'm just organising what we got in Zbrush. I could have did this with mapping, flatten mapping, and pretty much did the exact same thing, but I just wanted to show it in Zbrush. So if you're familiar with Max, or this isn't going to be sort of an in-depth on how to use the UV tools in Max. It's more just showing the, as I say, the process. So watch out, kind of have to go to get all the UVs laid out and then make sure all the smoothing groups and the UV borders match up for making the normal maps. So we should probably explain a bit more about that now that we're here. Well, I suppose I explained about it earlier on, but you'll see when I convert these the UV islands to convert them. I think it's tools, smoothing groups from UV shells. So that's what I'll be using at the end. And this is the top. That should be pretty spot on there as is. So we'll move that down. I'll pack them all properly at the end. And the pipe should be perfectly unwrapped, and the seam is in the right spot. And then let's see. So we'd want to, we'd want to select this and pelt that. And the same with the one on the bottom here. Or not pelt it, sorry, peel it. So it's going to give us a planar map. Now if we got any strange bits, yeah, so that one's okay. It didn't break that one away, but it broke this other one away in the top. Just find that again. Back to face. So that's that one. Yeah, sorry, this is this one here. So yeah, broke. It has a seam there. So I'm just gonna stitch that and stitch that and pelt it again, or sorry, peel it again. And there's a bit missing there, which is here. So I will move this one. Element is on, so I'll move that one out of the way, select that face, and move that, just stitch that. No, I'll just scale it up first so I can see what's going on. And rotate it. And then we'll just grab the edges and stitch, and stitch. And one more time. Element and peel. So I'll just grab these two and pack them in and just scale them down. And then, as I say, we'll make all the texel densities uniform at the end, so all the textures are pretty much sharing the same kind of resolution. They won't look strange in scale wise. Right, so moving along here, that part, we'll just scale that one down as well. So pack it down and rescale it. We'll have to select all of them to do that. So scale and move that into position. This pipe is good, so we can move that down. Which part is this? That's probably one of those flat parts. Yeah, so that is actually good. Where's the seam? Seam. There it is there, it's on the front. So we don't want it on the front. I'm just going to move that out of the way. We want the seam to be on the back, so if I select an edge, let's see, yeah, so that's down the center there, so we just break and then select this one and stitch, and then if we wanted to we could probably just pelt that again, just straighten it up and move it down. Now this one here, where's the seam on that one? Probably on the front as well. Oh no, sorry, there's no seam in that one, so that's grand because it's broken up by the electrical box. Pelt that, or peel that, move it down, rotate it a bit. Ooh. Move that into position. Yeah, this one here is the top, and where is the seam in the front, of course. So select an edge, break it, select an edge here, stitch it, select the element, peel it and pack it. We just need to scale that one as well, so we can scale that down and just move it roughly into position. Now what's this? Yeah, so that's going to get one of them. Scale it down. Oh, Jesus. I'll just grab the universal move scale rotate tool and get that in out of the way. And what other bits have we got here? Most of these are going to be flat. So with that bit, I'm just going to take all these together and best align. That forces it into 0 to 1, so just pelt it out, do that and then pelt it. So let's see, with that part there, and so there's that part. So if I just planar, best align, peel, and just scale it down. Sorry, just remember to deactivate that over there. I'll drive you mad because you'll be wondering what the hell's going on. And then this is the last one here. And same again. Planar, best align, peel, and turn off planar. Move it over, and now the bits that were left with. Let me see, what have we got? This one here. That should be grand. And we've done that already. Just going to select the element here. I don't know why that's happening. It shouldn't be happening. That should be just selecting up to sorry, no, when you it's going to select the element to the mesh, but usually if you click a face and go expand to pelt seams, expand polygon selected seams, it'll only expand as far as the seams, but for some reason here it's not doing that. It's expanding all the way, ignoring the seams. So element, take that, I'm just trying to get these kind of, I'm just going to select them here. So I'd like to just get these and pull them aside And we can also use this pack together, sorry, this one here, pack together, and I'll just pack them down all together into the, just to make it handy sort of to keep them all together, just for organization sort of purposes. And that one's done already. So if we go along here, unfortunately, after all these years of Max development, they still haven't integrated the editable poly selection tools into the unwrap modifier, which drives me mad, you know, because you have to go around and manually, you can't convert selections over or anything like that, or select rings or faces around. You have to go around and just select everything manually. But a lot of the tools in the UV editor have definitely made life easier, because it's one sort of technology in CG that hasn't exactly advanced as far as all the other technologies. These aren't going to matter too much here, what way they're kind of positioned. You can use this text tools to straighten everything up, but I won't worry about that for the moment. I just want to get everything organized first. So I'm going to get these, move these down here, and that's what's this? Oh yeah, that's that part under there. Yeah, so these are going to be all these parts. So again, if I just select 1, 2, 3, 4, and so that's going to be those, and now I can move these over there. And same again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and move these, sorry, select the elements, move them over there, and 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that weird on there? Oh, what that's off. So let's check that first. Oh yeah, that's just that face there. So elements again, and select those and those, and one more side here to do. No, that's it. Sorry, yeah, 3 sides. So select all these and just pack together. And move them out of the way. And this is one of the strips, a strip on the top. So we can just peel that to give it a planar, give it a planar map, and just select it and turn off element mode. Select an edge, stitch them together, face, repeel, and pack together, pack custom, scale, and just scale that down. And if we want, we can come in here. Which one? Is that? That's that one. So, and this is, that's that one. So if you want, you could just keep these the same. We just select an edge here and stitch them and repeel it and scale that one Right, so we're nearly there, and these are, oh yeah, they're the undersides and the inside of that. So I'm gonna I'll delete that one on the inside of that, and no, I suppose I won't, because if, you know, as I said, if it's the environment can be, although it would be a pipe inside. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Because the pipe inside, if it was going to be knocked over or broken, it'd have to be hollowed out and modelled in. So I'll just leave them. I'll just leave them all together. So at that one, they're not really going to take up any space. You could just make them tiny or just leave them outside the UV editor. It doesn't matter. Or just delete them once we collapse the the modifiers. It doesn't really matter. Right, now these bits here, that bit and that bit, and peel them, pack them together. And where's the rest of the pipe? Yeah, so we'll just rotate them around and leave them beside the pipe. I might just take these out, and then that was going to be this bit and this bit, so these two bits there with the pipe as well. This bit is this bit in here, so that seam is there, that should be okay. We can just peel that again. Hardly really going to see in there anyway, and we want to move that down with all these bits, and now these should be just the screws that are left. So what's that? These are probably all, let me see, alright, yeah, they're all those bits. So if I select one, two, three, 4, 5, and move, that should select all the elements, and then we can move those over. Now these ones on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can select again on one of them, and I'll select all the elements, or all the faces that make up the elements. And now I can grab all these and pack together, and they're pretty good. So I'll leave these with the pipe, and lastly these are all just going to be the heads. Make sure I'll just grab them all and pack them together. And I'll just go in close and have a look, and yeah, you can see that they're all the heads, with a couple of bits here that are missing from those other bits. So what we want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 and 5, wasn't it? Yeah, 4 and 5. So I'm going to grab these bits and these bits, and they are going to be making up this one. Seems to be, there's just one bit that seems to be broken up. Let me see, where's that? Up the top. I don't know where that's from. Let's check his F2. Oh yeah, that's from there. That, yeah, that one is completely broken up. So So what we might want to do there in that case is just stitch up these edges. So edge, element off, and we'll just stitch and find the next edge, stitch, stitch, stitch. I don't know how that got broken up like that. And you can just stitch these together. And the last one. And then you can see if we select this one, it'll select this one, so that makes up the cylinder. And that's that. So that's pretty much everything unwrapped. I still have to you know, I can grab everything here and hit this rescale elements, and that's going to rescale everything so that the UV, the Texel density is all going to be equal. You can see there all the squares are the same size all over, and pretty good unwrap with not too much stretching. Maybe a bit here on the pipe, which isn't too hard to sort out. I'll just move some of these out of the way for a few minutes, and I'll just move this. You can see here, this is where it's all wonky, but we haven't relaxed that. We've only been unwrapping it, flattening it out. So if I grab this, lastly, relax by polygon angles. And now we'll see what that looks like. I'll just resize it so we get a better idea. And pack it down. And you can see now that's relieve some of the tension in there, and got rid of some of the stretching. It still isn't perfect. The other thing we could do here is we could just select you know, we could just select all these select the loop, and it'll run into there, and then I can use that what the hell happened there, boys? So sometimes this works a bit strangely. It's broken it up crazily. That spline mapping works sometimes, well, a lot of the times, but I don't know. Sorry, I want to just get rid of those seams. Yeah, I tell you what I need to do is just we can try that again. Is I'll just select all these again and just do a planar map to get rid of those seams, and edit seams. Get rid of these. And just get rid of those other ones. And now I can just select these manually. So I just needed to get rid of all those seams to use this unfold strip from loop. So we'll just go to loop. Selected it there to that pole, and selected it there to that pole. So unfold from strip, and that really should not be happening. Hang on a sec. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on there. That shouldn't actually be happening because it's broken here and here. So I don't know why it's doing that, but we'll just go back to that other method I showed. which was so convert to seams, convert edge selection to seams, and just expand the selection, pelt. You can also, if you haven't got enough room, you can go to select stretcher, and you can scale the stretcher up and pelt it again to give yourself more space. And commit and relax by polygon angles. I'll just change that to 1000. Bring that up and relax. So this is something I use often. I'll do exactly like what I just did there. I'll pelt it, peel it, and then relax it. And the three in combination, depending on, you can switch them around, and it works for nearly any kind of difficult unwraps. So now I'm just gonna scale that down again, and yeah, it's pretty good. Like it's as I said, it's a difficult kind of it's a very tight bend here, but a lot of this is hidden, and these aren't too bad. You know, it's not that bad. So yeah, that is that. One more time now. I just want to rescale elements. And that was our pipe. Pop it over there. And that's pretty much the UVs. You know, that is pretty much the UVs done. So all it is now is a matter of just is packing them in. So for instance, you know, you're trying to kind of get them as square as you can. You know, keep in their little groups here. You could keep them as square as you can. And I'm just going to pause here for a sec because I have to for the first time ever in any of these tutorials. Sorry lads, but I'm time for a visitation to the loo. Alright, so I'll be back in a minute. Right, I'm back, and I will not be narrating on that visit. Okay, back to what we're doing. Yeah, that's just that Texels. There's a couple of handy ones here. Some of these have been integrated into Max the last couple of releases, but there's still some handy little tools. What's this? What is that? Weird. It's not rescale, is it? Sorry, I'm just gonna rescale all these again. And let me see. Sort. Yeah, I can sort all these lads out as well. Sort. I'll just start kind of lining some of these up. I can rotate them. And bring these up here. And rotate these. Alright, we can just actually put these inside here. Now we'll see what we're like for space. No point in panicking just yet. So just leaving enough room for your UV border padding. If you get enough bleed over on your, especially when you're dealing with normal maps. So these two, leave them for the moment, and everything else is pretty much sorted out. So the likes of these, we can use this the space inside here. These are all the same ones here, so I'll probably just put these below this, and maybe put some of these up here. So yeah, this is just sort of, a lot of people hate doing UVs, but I actually don't mind it that much. Usually I just put music on, just zone out, and sometimes it can be quite relaxing. I just recently more or less finished UVing the project there, the Road Warrior 666, whatever, hard core kind of hard surface modeling, apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic kind of car. Showed at one of the videos earlier on the start of the Bolter series, but a serious amount of hard surface unwrapping, but just kind of have to something that has to be done. You just have to dig in and get it done. There's ways around it, of course, but I kind of wanted to hand paint some of the texture, so just unwrap the UVs. There's loads of there's other ways around UV, and you can use blended box mapping like triplanar projections, or you can break all your model up into parts and for an easy unwrap. There's loads of different ways. So, and this what we're doing now is one of them. So I'm just kind of fluting around here, and probably just sort these just to straighten them up. It's dead handy, that sort tool, and just leave our bit of padding again. That's the bottom section, and maybe drop these here, and so rotate these. Leave them like that. Yeah, so you just kind of I'm going to scale that down because that's on the bottom, so I don't want it to take up as much space as all the others. These shapes are kind of awkward, so what we could do there is put that inside that, and will that fit in there? It will. And what else have we got here? These could be all moved down. And move these down. Sometimes you think when you're doing this, oh look, I'm packing it all in, I've loads of space. And then you get weird shapes like this, and you realise you don't have as much as you thought. But like what I could be doing here is putting all these bits inside here. Like I didn't have to keep all these together. I just what I chose to do. So I'll just move these out more, a bit more, move them down. So I want to just spread these apart. And give this a bit more space, a bit more padding. Yeah, that's plenty. And yeah, these can all go in here. You know, I could even put these ones in as well. Just anything to get that extra bit of space. Like this might even fit in here. And it does. And we can select these, rotate them, and fit them in as well. What else have we got? Right, so move that down there. Just something, you know, when you're in Painter, you can paint and vary 2D and 3D at the same time. So sometimes it's handy to just have all your UVs organized, so that you know when you're looking at them what they are in 2D space. Maybe rotate these around and rotate these. I still have all these circles to deal with. So what I usually try to do is pack from here up, and then I scale up uniformly. And I forgot about the pipe. So this pack is kind of worked out not too bad, because we're ending up with an almost square shape. So that means we've all this space to stretch up the UVs, to embiggen them. Yeah, just to bring them up in size. Let me see. And then you can kind of do that a couple of times, give it a few iterations, and move things around again if you need to. So you can grab all these with this the freeform mode, and hold down Control and uniformly scale. You can see here that we still have a strip of space here that could have been utilized a bit better. So what we can do is take the likes of these, maybe the likes of these, rotate them and bring them over here where we still have room to stretch. And what else? We could, yeah, move these down anyway. And let me see what else. Yeah, these can obviously all move down as well. And that'll give us a bit more space. So it's just sort of, this is kind of the process. So, you know, it's not too bad. It's far from perfect, but what else could I do? You know, there's always, you really can keep going, and really tightening it up. Just, you know, as long as you want to kind of put into it. But like, there's no point in spending hours to gain an extra couple of pixels that you won't really notice in the texture resolution. So this is the top part, isn't it? Yeah. So I can probably fit in there. Stupid. I could probably, let me see. Move these down for starters, and move these down a bit, and move these down. So it's not too bad. You know, I could spend, as I say, another hour moving everything around again, and not really gaining much extra space. So this isn't too bad, you know, it's not too much to lose. Really, it's not too much to lose. thing is, if I could just get this one down here. So what we could do is we could move these up this way, and if I took that out of there and flip that around, get more space there. And then I could take some of these, pop them in there, take these and flip them again, put them here, and gain our space that way. We're not, see, you're not going to be gaining too much extra, but every little bit counts. But as I said, don't spend too long to gain a couple of pixels. So let's come back a touch, just to leave enough edge padding, and maybe space these out a bit more. So yeah, that's good there now. Like, there's very little space lost, so that would be considered a pretty decent pack. And you know, we've got clean UVs, apart from just this one area here that you know, what you could do is use the sorry, you can't drag that in there. You could use the, where is it, this layer tool here, oh, sorry, so we could double click an edge and then just start straightening these out, and it's going to average them out, but you can see it's stretching, so you have to work your way up and just keep going, and that's going to help to that's the way, if that one false strip mapping had to work that time, that's what it would have done. And then we could see, yeah, so these are all kind of collapsing in on top of each other. Because the space is so tight there. Thing is though, you know, it's kind of stretched it even more now, but you could manually sort of start moving all these, spacing all these edges out, and trying to get rid of it that way. But really, in all honesty, I don't think it's not really worth it, because it's a lot of arsing around for a problem that isn't too bad, and now that hasn't worked. The undos there didn't, oh, there we go. Suppose I could try you know, I could try kind of just relaxing these, see if you get any more out of it. I generally always use polygon angles, but there's not really much doing there at all. So try to flatten or relax until flat. Sometimes it takes a while, but it didn't take long there at all. Yeah, look, I don't think that's too bad, to be honest. So what we're going to do is, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for this video. And now, sorry, the last thing now we want to do is use this tools smoothing groups from UV shells. it's going to go through and work it out and add this edit poly on. So now if I come into the edit poly, you can see what I was talking about earlier on. So we activate this, say this area here, or this area here, where you want to have the smoothing groups broken up. If I start selecting faces, you'll see that's on smoothing group 1, that's on 2, that's on 4, that's on 3, that's on 1, that's on 1. So 1, 2, 1 again, 3. So these are broken up. That's on 1. So these all should be on 1, 1, because they're all part of the same same UV island. So that's very important, and that's a handy tool within text tools. A lot of, or some people, depends on what you want to do, but some people will sort all their smoothing groups out first and then UV based on their smoothing groups, but it takes ages to do that. Like, when all you have to do is the exact same thing. You're sorting out your UVs the same way as you would your smoothing groups, but then you just click this button at the end, one button, bump, and it's done. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. They're all the same. So the smoothing groups now are all set up with the UV shells, which is very important for a good normal bake. And with that said, I'm going to collapse this stack. You want to make sure to collapse that edit poly into the stack, and then that was the smoothing group data is baked in also. So we collapse that. And you can see now, same 1, 3, 2, 1. So it's the same. It's all baked in, and that's that. That's the UVs done then. And in the next video, I'm going to bake the ID map off the high poly. Haven't had much success trying to bake the ID map in Painter. It seems to keep just giving errors, so it's very quick to do it in Max. So I'll do that in Max. And we'll see you in the next video. Alright then, cheers, thanks, good luck. Sorry that was so long, but the kind of, UVs are, they can take time, but I suppose it wasn't that long. Like, it's just an hour in real time, and the whole thing is ready to go then, into your painting package. Alright then.